Okay, guys, I can't figure out, I can't see the chat for some reason. Trying to figure that out. Just one second. Because I don't want to have to look at my phone to see the chat. Okay, I'm gonna have to look this up. Okay, I think I got it. I'm gonna go live on TikTok too. Just one second. Anyway, guys, my bias for today is bullish. I do think we're gonna retrace like down first, but 30 minutes till market open, so just one second. Okay, I'm just going live on TikTok too. Okay, almost ready. Okay, so if you guys want to see me, my screen, I'm live on YouTube. I don't know how to put it on TikTok, so you guys can check out my YouTube if you want to see my screen, but I'm live trading today. So I guess we'll go over my top-down analysis now. This is on paper trading, that's why there's all these executions. But basically, I am bullish for the week. Actually, I should turn those off. I don't even know how. Um, okay, whatever. So yeah, I'm bullish for the week. I do think we're gonna go and take out these highs. We have equal highs up here as well. However, obviously, I don't think we're just gonna push up that far today. And then going down to the 4 hour here, what I'm thinking is that we might retrace a bit, potentially into this 4 hour gap, because we do have this low here within this gap, and then I'll show you guys on the lower time frames, but you can see we have trendline liquidity there. And then I think I deleted one of these. This is a 4 hour gap as well that lines up with these highs. So I'm definitely thinking today that we're gonna come down and tap into this 1 hour gap here before continuing up, and then we might even push a little bit down further. What broker are you using? So I'm just trading on like my funded accounts. So I use my main ones like Goat Funded, Equity Edge. I also like Lucid. I have 2 alpha accounts. But today I'm just really trading on my Goat Funded futures. But yeah, so as you can see on the 1 hour, well, if I go down even lower, we have all this trendline liquidity here, which we've already taken out a bit, but I do think we're going to continue down a little bit more before pushing up. But overall, my buys for the week is bullish. So we already took out, okay, we just took out Asia low. We took out London low, just took out Asia low. So yeah, I definitely think we're gonna fill this 1 hour gap. I don't see why we wouldn't come and tap into that first. And then other than that, just waiting to see what price does. How do funded accounts work? So basically, when you get first, it's like a funded eval, and you have to pass that. So each one is different. It depends on what you get. But for example, you might have to make 3,000 and not lose more than 1,500. And like once you pass, then you move on to the funded account. And then you just have to kind of manage your risk and build the account up in order to get payouts. But I would recommend funded accounts to anyone who, most of us probably don't have much capital going into trading, right? So funded accounts are a great way to like make that money, use that leverage, and you don't have to risk your own money, right? Because if you had a live account and say you were risking 500 to make 1,500, well, guess what? You just risked $500, right? But on a funded account, you're paying like what, 50, $100? So manage the payouts carefully? Yes. So I know like a lot of people, they'll see, oh, you're right eligible for a payout. Now the first few times that's fine. Personally for me, like with my fundeds, I'm trying to build it up a little bit and then take a payout just so that I'm not like back at square one, right? But yeah, I think I'll be looking for longs today once we make a little bit of a retracement. And for those of you on TikTok, I am live on YouTube, and that's where I'm showing my screen for my trading. So if you guys want to see like my executions and stuff, that's where it will be, and my chart and everything. But if you guys just want to stay there, that's fine, because I'll be talking and kind of walking through everything too. Last week wasn't a great week for me though, guys, for trading. I don't know, I guess it was like the news week, and the week before was really good for me, but with the news last week, I didn't do very well. I mean, I took one really good trade on my equity account, and I'm like now eligible for a payout, but my other accounts I didn't even really trade. I got break even once, and I never really traded last week. Hi. What strategy do I currently use? So, I currently use ICT Concepts, and my model is more so like an IFVG model, which is still ICT Concepts, but those of you on TikTok probably seen like I was trading ICC before. Now, the reason I switched is just because ICC is more swing trading, right? So I feel like I was sitting watching the charts for hours on end to try to find a setup, and I knew that that's not what I wanted. So ICT is what I started with originally when I started to learn trading. So that's kind of when I switched back to that, and it's been working really well for me. I passed my first funded account or funded eval like not last week but the week before, and I'm now I think I'm eligible for a payout now. So I remember when you're testing out standard dev, you still use it. Yeah, so like standard deviation, that's also kind of like an aspect to ICT concepts. So, I mean, I'm still trying to learn how to incorporate it a little better. But I just kind of use that as extra confirmation. If we're like trending up, right? I'll go from the bottom, like the swing low to the swing high and kind of see, okay, where might we kind of stop reversing or stop going up. But I'm still kind of working on that. But I do think it works because standard deviation is math, right? And I trust math. So, but yeah, it's all kind of just ICT concepts and just reading the market, and there's no like set strategy that you trade every day, right? It's just reading the market and seeing where price wants to go. Okay, how much time do we have? About 14 minutes before market open. Let's go down to the lower time frame. Okay, we have like these highs here too. So yeah, I definitely think we're going to be bullish. Just hopefully we get some sort of like a retracement first when price opens, when market opens, but we'll see. Trust math. Yeah, I trust math. So I know there's other like tools and stuff you can use too for trading. Um, and it's like math based, right? So, and I'll say it again for you guys on TikTok. I am live on YouTube. If you want to go check out my YouTube, it's just Sky Trades, and I'm showing my chart and like my executions there. But if you guys just want to stay here, that's fine. Now we just wait for markets open. I'm gonna be trying to go live, like every day probably, Monday to Friday. And like for my executions, I like going kind of down from like the 5 minute, 3 minutes, and then 2 minute or 1 minute. The thing about 1 minute is like, yes, you can get sooner entries, right? But I find it hard to trust because if we have been going down for the past few hours, me entering in off of a 1 minute IFVG is kind of, I feel like it's kind of risky. So I like to go with like the 3 minute and 5 minute kind of. Love watching your journey. Thanks for documenting. Yeah, I'm really glad I started documenting because I mean, I was terrified to start posting at first. And I was like, you know what? Just do it because if people are going to judge me, they're going to judge me, but honestly, I'm so glad I did because I'm able to look back and see like my progress, and it's nice to see. Don't you start with order flow? I don't trade order flow. What asset are you watching? I'm watching MNQ. That's mainly all I trade. Sometimes I'll look at like ES, but I usually just enter on MNQ. What are you looking to invest in today? Energy, oil, gas, minerals? No, I just trade futures, so MNQ, like NASDAQ. How's your funded account journey? Good. It was a long one. I know so many people pass like their funded evals in like a few days, but I was really trying to kind of take it like slow and build it up. So I did pass my Equity Edge account not last Thursday, but the Thursday before. And I think I'm eligible for a payout this week because I took one really good trade last week on it. So that's gonna be exciting, getting my first payout. I think it's like a $2,000 payout if I'm not mistaken. Um, but yeah. But as for my like futures funded or funded evals, so like my goat funded, I'm about 1,000 away from passing, and same with like my alpha futures ones. Imagine thinking money is gonna make you happy. Well, it's not the money, it's the freedom. Like I don't want to be stuck in an office from 9 to 5 and waste my life working. I want to be able to make money and live and travel and stuff. Was watching your videos happy for you? Thank you. Congrats on the payout. First one always feels the best. Yeah, I didn't get it yet. I think I can request it this week, but I'm definitely eligible because it says so. Hopefully that's coming this week. But yeah, it's very exciting. So yeah, how much time? 19 minutes. Hopefully we come and fill this 1 hour, but we shall see. I'm realizing like before I used to always try to like predict the market, right? So I try to anticipate exactly, oh, where's your chart? So I'm live on YouTube. So you can look up Sky Trades on YouTube. And I'm showing my chart and everything. I just didn't know how to put it on TikTok. But yeah, I used to try to anticipate like where price was going. And honestly, that's kind of what held me back because I'd be like, oh, we're bullish, so I'm only seeing bullish things, right? But now I'm kind of like, you got to just wait and see what price gives you. So right now I'm bullish, but I'm waiting for some sort of retracement into that 1 hour. And if we don't get that, then I just have to adjust my analysis and just go based off what price is showing me. You always use fair value gaps for entries, no order blocks. Yeah, so I use like IFVGs, which is like inverse fair value gaps. But I mean, I know some people use order blocks. I gotta be honest, I don't really get them because I don't know. I like the fair value gaps because it's like easy for me to just look and see them and be like, okay, when we inverse this, I'm gonna enter. What pair? So I'm trading futures, so MNQ. What time frame do you trade on? So for my executions, I try to like kind of go down so 5 minute, 3 minute, and then I don't love entering on the 1 minute for IFVGs, but I do it sometimes. Like if I'm very confident, I will. It's just if we were bearish for the last few hours, entering in off of a 1 minute IFVG is like there's not much strength there, but it depends. I know some people enter off like the 15 second, which is insane. Um, but yeah, it just depends. Are you still using ICC? No, so I'm trading ICT concepts because this is what I started to learn trading with back in January of last year. But then I kind of switched to ICC. It's just ICC is more so swing trading. And I find it was not working on funded accounts more so just because I was looking at the higher time frames. Um, but I mean, like, it's kind of similar to supply and demand. And if you trade supply and demand on like the 5 or the 15, it could work. It's just it wasn't really working for the way I was trading. Did you start with YouTube videos? I think I started with TikTok. I think my first video was like last August, so just past a year now. But yeah, I started with TikTok, but I've been posting basically on all socials since then as well. 15 minutes till market open. Wait till you start using rejection wicks. Yeah, I've kind of been seeing that, like other people using them and stuff. Huh? What do you get when you cross a dog with a calculator? A best friend you can always count on. What? Do you trade options? No, so I trade futures. Honestly, though, I've been looking into like possibly trying out options like just on the side because I mean, there's days where I know 100% that like we're going up. You know what I mean? Like if there's like equal highs or something and I'm like, we're definitely going up, I feel like I could just like enter an options contract like to go up. But I watched one video on how to do it, so how long have you been trading for? So I've been trading for about a year and 8 months. I started last January. Can you mentor me? I started almost the same time you did, but still figuring it out. So I don't want to mentor anyone until I've gotten the consistent payouts. But I do want to start posting consistent like trading education videos on my YouTube. So if you want to go check that out, I don't know when, like I'm trying to get some done this week, but just anything that I've learned along the way. So are you profitable yet? No, I'm not profitable yet. I'm eligible for a payout this week, I'm pretty sure, a $2,000 payout, but that does not mean I'm profitable. I'm still working. I mean, I wouldn't like consider myself profitable probably until like 6 months of consistent payouts. That's just how I kind of think because I mean, maybe 3 months, I don't know. It just depends because anything could happen. I started in COVID. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people started trading in COVID. That's like a common thing I saw. I wish I did too because guys, like I was like so bored during COVID and the thing about me is like I was always trying to find ways to like make money and like be successful before graduating basically. And so I really wish I found trading then because I probably would have started learning it and stuff because I really wanted something to be passionate about. But I mean, I was only what was I? 15, 16 during COVID, so this is why money doesn't matter. Well, I mean, I'm doing this. I mean, I guess money is part of the freedom aspect, but like I just really want something where I'm able to live life and not have to work my life away. Like I see people around me who have worked their lives away and like they have never lived, they're like 60 years old whatever and they've never lived life and it's like that's my biggest fear is like, you know. Do you think you'll eventually switch to live accounts? Yeah. So once I'm like consistently getting payouts, I definitely want to kind of like reinvest that money into a live account. I feel like that's like a smart thing to do, at least for me, because I used to have a live account. Because when I started trading, instead of getting a funded account, I got a live account. So I'm kind of used to it. But I don't risk like much. I'm not gonna go and be like, oh, I'm risking 500 to make 1,000. I would kind of maybe do like 100 to make like 200 probably. That's kind of like the sweet spot I'd be okay risking, but and then kind of just build it up. So do you trade yourself? Yeah, I just trade on my own. But yeah, I want to start live streaming like every day. Probably like pre-market too. What broker do you use? So I am currently just trading on like my funded account. So I have an Equity Edge funded account, and then right now I have a GOAT funded eval, and then two Alpha Future evals. So that's kind of what I'm trading on. I trade, however, never got that deep into it yet. It's more starting with a live. So I would not recommend starting with a live, honestly. It's because I didn't really I didn't even know what funded accounts were. I thought like funded accounts were more advanced than a live account. Um, I guess I didn't understand, but yeah, I was okay putting in. I put $1,000 on my own money, and I made sure I was okay losing all of that because that's the biggest thing. You need to make sure you're okay losing that money because you probably will, especially as a new trader. What is RR in a win rate? So RR is your risk to reward. So if you're entering and you're risking $100 to only make 50, that's a negative RR, right? You're risking more than you're making. So I like to do at least a 1-to-1. So if I'm going to risk $50, it's to make 50. But if you can get like a 1-to-2, that's even better. 1-to-3, it's great. How many payouts have you been able to get this year? So I like really just started on my evals. I just passed my first eval not last Thursday, but the Thursday before, my Equity Edge one. And I'm eligible for a payout this week. I think it's a $2,000 payout if I'm not mistaken, which is like that's gonna be crazy. So definitely gonna document that, but I've lost over $1,000 trading. You have to believe it will pay off over time. Yeah, and like I know like some people have lost like thousands and thousands of dollars, which is like insane. But yeah, but I mean, you don't have to risk anything. That's the thing. Like you can go on a demo account until you are 100% confident and then get one funded account. Get like a 25K funded account. And if you fail it, go back to your demo accounts and continue trying to build up that confidence. And once you see consistency, go back, get another 25K account. Like for me, I always wanted to like go for the 100K accounts at first, and because I thought I was going to pass it, but if I hadn't passed one before, I feel like just starting with like a 25K, that's fine. You lost 10K in 24 hours? That is insane. How old are you? I'm 21. So for those of you on TikTok, I already said this, but I am live on YouTube and I'm showing my screen and my executions there. So if you want to check that out, it's just Sky Trades on YouTube. But if you guys just want to stay here and chat, that's fine. I don't know if there's a way for me to put my screen on TikTok. I see other creators doing it, but when I tried, it said I like wasn't eligible to share my screen or something. I don't know what that means though. I should get this ready. Let's see if we can make some money today. Because last week was not the best. Because of like news and everything. You can use a small mirror. It will act like a screen in the corner. Just flip the camera. Well, I can't do that just because like I'm not showing like my account numbers and stuff, so I need to like have it fit to the screen. But like I see creators on here, they'll have like their face and then like the bottom half is like their screen or something. Might ban you if you do that. Yeah. Oh, that's true too. Maybe I shouldn't. Yeah, that's actually a good point. I don't know how it works on TikTok because I know some people get like banned and stuff for showing because it's like they call it like gambling or something. Like I got my Linktree banned or something because it said like gambling and all I did was have like a funded account link or something. I don't know why they banned that, but it won't ban you if you do it properly. Yeah, I'll look into it because I really do want to have it on my TikTok too. Um, but yeah. I'm gonna be trying to go live every day though. Oh, you work for TikTok. Okay, well, I'm gonna listen to you then because yeah, I don't want to get banned. And I actually think I remember someone on TikTok saying that he got like banned or something because he was showing his screen. Where did you learn ICT? So on YouTube, ICT, he has like it's like his free mentorship. So it's like I learned from his 2022 mentorship. It's like 60 videos. They're like an hour long, but it's worth it. It's worth it. And he has a bunch of other videos too. And he always posts like recaps and stuff too, which is nice because if you kind of were looking at the charts that day and weren't really sure, and then you go and watch his video, it's nice because he kind of explains it. Trading is considered gambling, which is low-key true to the average person. Yeah, I mean, I understand it, but I feel like it's educated gambling because, like, I'm not just going and being like, I'm putting all my money on black, right? Like, I'm doing my analysis, I'm managing my risk, and ultimately, I'm the one who decides when I enter, how much I enter, when I exit. So, I feel like it's a little different, but yes, anything's a gamble. I feel like opening a business is a gamble too because you're investing money and might lose it all. So it really depends. But no risk, the better the risk, the better the reward. That's how I think. So that's what you're saying, the average person. Yeah, like I hear that a lot, but it's like unless they know what we do, everyone's gonna say that, you know? So I don't listen to the average person. All right, 4 minutes till market open. Why they always say ICT is I can't trade? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yes, if you can post the link in my Discord, that would be great. I was gonna do that, but I'm like live on my phone, and so I didn't want to pause it. But yes, if you can do that, I would really appreciate that. Are you Canadian? Yes, I'm Canadian. You're stunning. Thank you. Hoping we can make some money today, guys. I really want to start off the week good. Funded account. So how much of your own money do you use? So it depends because um like Goat Funded, which you guys can use code SKYE, SKYE for 50% off. I don't know what their lowest one is. I think it's like with the 50% off, it's like I want to say like $50. But I feel like that's if you feel like you're ready, I think it's like a good investment because like I said, I started with a live account and each day I was basically risking $50 on my own money. So I really wish I knew about funded accounts because that would have saved me like a lot, you know, because I was risking $50 every day. Do you use Wealthsimple? So I use Wealthsimple for my own personal investment. So I have like I'm in Canada, so I have a TSFA account and I have that maxed out. And like just like I do like crypto investing, but that's nothing I would share online. That's just like my own personal. All right, 2 minutes. Let's see what happens. Hoping that we make a retracement first, because I don't know if I'll feel comfortable just entering into a long if we don't get that retracement. Let's see, 5 minute. We have a 5 minute gap here. I like to test it out just to see how much I would be risking. Yeah, that's fine. 4. But ideally, yeah, I would like to see us retrace first. Where in Canada? I live in New Brunswick. It's like a small ass province. Maybe not small, I don't know. But compared to like the other ones. Are you a full-time trader? Yeah, I would like to. I mean, basically my whole day consists of trading and like making content, but I'm still in university, guys. So It just started up. I have like 5 full course loads, but just making it work. So, what market do you trade? So I'm trading M and Q. Do you trade gold or just NQ? Yeah, I just like NQ. I used to trade gold. I like gold in Asia session, to be honest. Okay, market just opened. Let's see what happens. I really hope we retrace first. I'm from Nova Scotia and Halifax right now, but live in Calgary. Shout out Moncton. Yeah, I like Nova Scotia a lot better though, because like Halifax, I feel like is a nice little city. I don't like I don't like it here though. But Calgary's nice. I never been, but I really want to go there. Anyone with an old Kraken account? Yeah. I had to get one to like transfer my money to Bitcoin to get like my live account or something. It was like a mess. I probably have like a bunch of like, I think it's like on Coinbase too and like Phantom. I have like money in like all those. I don't even know how to access it anymore. Everyone should start their our retirement savings plan. I mean, to be honest, I have not invested in my retirement savings plan because like I don't like the fact that you can't take it out till you're 60. I mean, I think I can buy a house with it in Canada at least. I don't know what it's like in the US. Um so like I guess that's kind of okay, but I don't really like the fact of that just yet. But yeah, like once I hit like 25, I'll definitely start investing in it. When you get rich from trading, move over to Hali. Yeah, I was thinking or like Toronto. I probably would go to Toronto. Cuz like Halifax is so freaking expensive now. Yo, what's up, Sky? What's up? How is your I think you messaged me actually, I forget what you said. How's your funded eval going? You look like you're tall. I'm 5'7". I don't know if that's considered. I mean, I think for a girl it's probably like considered tall. I used to play basketball, so it was good for that. Come to Vancouver? Yeah, I really want to go to like Vancouver. I never really been like out west, like to Calgary, Vancouver, all that, but I really want to. And like I want to see like the mountains and all the lakes and stuff look so pretty. Montreal, yeah. 'Cause like that's kind of close to me, but I just like I don't speak French at all. So, I don't know. I feel like it would kind of be a little difficult. We got a bearish SMT, did we? Okay, this is good. We're rejecting off the 5 minute and yeah, I'm hoping that we go down to fill this what is this? A new week opening gap. Friday. Oh yeah, new week opening gap. Hopefully we go fill that. You trade crypto too? Not like trade it. I just have like it invested on my Wealth Simple, like my personal account. Like I have a bit of Bitcoin. I kind of bought into the XRP too. That shit's down. My crypto investing, guys, is like down by 50%. But that's fine because I know like Bitcoin's on it's going down, but I feel like in October it's gonna reverse and like go to all-time highs. So I'm just holding it obviously. You're so gorgeous, thank you. Can I see your nails? Yeah. They're just like stick on one. Like I did them myself. I always do my nails myself. Because I just like don't want to spend like 150 bucks when I can do them from home. But they've been on for like this is over a week. A week now. 2 weeks, over 2 weeks now. Is this your full-time job? Yeah, I'd say this is my full-time job. Like trading and then content, that's basically my whole day. But I'm still in university. Um, so I still have like that going on, but I'm supposed to graduate in spring. You're in Ottawa? Nice. Oh yeah, I like it there too. I've been there like a few times. It's really pretty there. Your hair, I need to like get it redone, but yeah. I feel like the blonde, I have like every time I get my hair like bleached, I feel like it's not blonde enough. The eval I won from the giveaway, I blew it. I'm pretty sure just from psychology. That's the only thing that was holding me back. Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like when I first got my first eval, it's definitely the psychology aspect. Like I was so nervous to take my first trade on my eval. And if any of you guys are in the same position too, that's normal, right? Like you're gonna have those nerves. And I know people say like trade with no emotion, but that's easier said than done. So don't feel bad if you're nervous. I was too, but now I don't even care. Like I just enter in because I'm like I feel confident in my analysis and everything and kind of what I'm waiting for. So ES grabbed London and previous day lows. It's definitely more bearish than Q. Okay. Yeah, I'm like waiting for what I originally wanted to see was for us to fill this new week opening gap and then continue up, but I don't know. Can I be your guest? No, I'm not gonna add anyone to the live. We're human. You can't just not have emotion. You gotta learn how to not react off emotion. Exactly. Like, that's what, like, I hate when people be like, oh, trade with no emotion. And it's like, you can't control it, you know? You can control what you do with that emotion. If you're feeling like you want to exit early, you know, if you're in a little bit of drawdown and you just want to close the trade, yes, you can feel that fear, but ultimately, you can choose whether you close it down or not, you know? So don't listen to people who say don't have emotion because for the longest time I felt like I was doing something wrong because I did have emotion and I did care about my trades, but as long as you're following your plan and following your rules, like that's really all that matters. Yeah, I wanted NQ to fill that new week opening gap. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. We're kind of just like chopping around this area, but I think I told myself I wasn't gonna trade Mondays anymore. I think most Mondays I lose, which it's good to be aware of those things because, I mean, if you lose like 80% of Mondays and you just cut that out, then you just cut out like most of your losing days for that week, you know? But every week is different, every day is different, so we'll see how today goes. For me, I had a problem with closing early. Yeah, that was me too. Honestly, still, like, especially with like funded accounts when you're trying to pass, like, whenever I'm up in profit or something, I want to close it so badly because I'm like, I could end today like up 500 and not let it go back to zero. And a big thing that I did that helped with that, which like it might help you too, is I started moving my stops to break even. And I feel like that has helped so, so much because I'll move it to break even. And then that fear of losing the trade kind of goes away. Yes, you could still lose the profit that you were up, but then it just means the trade idea didn't work, right? So that's a big tip that I would give. Okay, it looks like we're kind of retracing down to. uh, Hopefully. I hope we don't like push down too much though, because then like we'll be really bearish. Thank you. We'll do that. Yeah, I think it's like it really helped me just like going break even or even taking partials. That's another good one. If you get to a spot, say like an unfilled 5 minute gap or however you trade, taking partials can also be good because then you know you secured some profit, and then you're kind of okay letting it run, you know? Why don't you show your screen? So I'm live on YouTube. You guys can look up Sky Trades, and I'm showing my screen and executions there. I just don't know how to put it on TikTok. And I don't even think I'm allowed to put it on TikTok because I might get banned. But yeah, if you guys want to look up Sky Trades on YouTube. Are you trading for long term or are you taking profit? What do you mean? Like in one trade or like all together? Like I want trading to be like what I do for like the rest of my life. But like I want to use the money from trading, or I should go down to look at this. I want to use the money from trading to kind of fund other business venues and stuff because my goal is to have multiple sources of income. I need to check out. I need to check out the 2-minute and see what we're looking like. MNQ. Okay. We might get a 2-minute gap here. I need to just pay for Pro Trading View, to be honest. We might get a... Like, see, this is a good example. I wouldn't feel comfortable just trading off this 1 minute, you know? Or even that 1 minute. And then there's no 3-minute and there's no 5-minute. Because we just tapped into that new week opening gap. We didn't quite fill it. So this is a good example of like making sure that you're waiting. I want to see what it would look like. Yeah, that would not look very great. I'm not gonna take that. It's not great. There's another 1-minute gap here. Let me see the 2-minute. Yeah, we don't even have a 2-minute. Oh no, I'm gonna wait for a 5-minute break of structure. Yeah. Because we just like we're wicking off that 5-minute. Like it's not enough confirmation that we're just gonna switch to long, especially when we still have some sell side. We didn't fill the new week opening gap. We just tapped into it. OMG, you're stunning. Thank you. Are you funded? Yeah, I'm funded on Equity Edge. And I'm almost past my GOAT funded futures eval and then my alpha futures eval. I'm like 50 or 60% to passing all of them. I need to just pay for TradingView Pro because I need to see those 2 minutes. See, and this is why I did not enter that yet because look, we're respecting this. I mean, we might go past it, but I just don't like entering off the 1 minute when we were bearish this whole time. It's just not great. And then there's no 3-minute and there's no 5-minute. Also, I'm kind of like yes, I trade off IFEGs, but also just like incorporating like because it's ICT, right? And so ICT, I think it's called the silver bullet model, like entering in off of a 1-minute fair value gap tap. That's another way. Like I'm kind of just trying to keep my options open. And like for example, I guess it would kind of look something like this. Instead of entering all the way up there, right? It's something like that where you get like a bit of a better entry because we're in this. But see, you got to see how it reacts. So it's like, no way you don't have the subscription for TradingView. Honestly, I've never even looked. Do you know how much it is? I've never even looked at it. But yeah, I know I should just like get it. I think it's only like $30, right? Probably. I don't see it being more than that. Yeah, still don't know if you're trading for long-term gains or taking regular profit. I don't really know what you mean by that. Like, do you mean in one trade or just for the long run? Like, obviously, I'm gonna try to get consistent payouts, but then with those payouts, I kind of want to grow a live account. Nothing clear so far. Oh, I guess we are respecting that. I wouldn't take this yet, but like, for example, that would be like kind of what ICT, like waiting for a tap into a 1 minute gap, but I don't love the reactions here. We're just kind of like bouncing. I really wanted to see us fill that gap. Oh, it's only 25 bucks? Okay, yeah. I'll literally probably get that after this. I swing trade, so that's why I don't really understand. Okay. So yeah, like for me, like my trades usually last like it depends on the day. Sometimes it's like 5 minutes. Like I say like the sweet spot is like 15 to like 30 minutes my trades will last. And that's when I make my profits basically. Do you still trade ICC? No. So I trade ICT concepts. Just because ICC is more so swing trading. Oh, so you're day trading, yeah. I feel like price is slow today. Is that just me? I guess it's like a no news Monday. I feel like it's like barely going anywhere. Hi, Sky. Hi. So you're only looking for 1 to 2% gains. I don't really know what the percent. But yeah, like say, so on my evals, for example, I like to risk around 400, 500, sometimes 600 if I'm confident in the trade. And then I'm aiming to make like either a 1 to 1 or like close to a 1 to 2. It's only 9:45. Yeah, but sometimes market makes like big moves at market open, but today we didn't really get that. How are you? I'm good. And that's why we don't take longs off a 1 minute inverse. Like my big thing is like do you also use Top Step? No. So I have not used Top Step in like I want to say when did I have my Top Step? I think it was like November of last year. Yeah, it's No News Monday. I seen CPI news on Forex Factory, but it was for Canada. So yeah, this price action makes a lot more sense now. Yeah, we're just kind of like chopping around and not really going anywhere. Question, you guys on YouTube, should I get a actual, what is it called? Like webcam? I'm just using the camera on my Windows laptop, but I don't know if there's like a difference because like I don't really live stream much. Go short, TP on 5 minute. Yeah, but like my overall um analysis is bullish for today, so I don't really want to short. I do think we're gonna like I really would like to see us fill this new week opening gap first, but I don't want to rush into shorts here or anything because I'm bullish. And like I'm being okay with like no trade days, because for example, I took one really good trade on my Equity Edge account and I'm now eligible for a payout, right? But if I was trying to take a trade on that every day, I probably would be like break even or not much up. So I'm starting to be okay with days where there's just no trade days and that's okay. Like you got to be okay with just walking away from the markets. If it's not clear, don't try to force something. And I'm kind of seeing that now too. Like I understand now when it's an A plus setup, right? Because you're looking at it and you're like, I know that price is gonna do this and then it's gonna do this, right? And so yeah. What's your other stream? So I'm live streaming on YouTube. So if you want to look up Sky Trades. Um, but yeah, like I don't know. There's like even there's some people I know that there's some people take like one trade a month, and it's like if it's a good trade, and it's like for well those people are on live accounts. But say if you took like one good trade a week or two good trades a week, you can be good off that because you're eliminating the losses. Where are you from? Miami? No, I'm from Canada. Well, I don't think it's necessary right now. Looks good. I had no idea it was a laptop camera. I'd say you got like 100 of viewers, maybe it's hundreds of viewers, maybe it's necessary. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I won't get it just yet. Honestly, it's probably just the lighting. I don't know how to make the lighting good. I have like a few like ring cameras and stuff, but I don't know. Yeah, if I hit a really big hit, I won't trade for like 2 weeks. Well, I mean like it depends, but yeah, like I don't know, I just like you kind of know when it's an A plus setup, like you're looking at it and you know exactly what Price wants to do, and your confidence is there because you know what Price wants to do. So just waiting for those setups, like that's going to eliminate so many losses. Like right now, I'm thinking today might be a no trade day, and I am perfectly fine with that because guess what? It's not a loss. So, like if I hit a 20K profit, I won't trade for weeks. Yeah. Yeah, that I mean, I wish I could hit 20K profits, but yeah. And I know some people, like I said, on live accounts where they take like one or two trades a month and they make more money than like most people because they're really good trades. Didn't you say you're in for 25K? No. Like I just have so I have a 100K funded account, and then I have two 50K alpha accounts and then a 50K goat funded futures account. Are you talking about real trading or prop firm trading? So I'm talking about prop firm, like what I do, but I think the people who can make a lot of money, like I was saying, if they trade once or twice a month, that would be like live accounts. Because like prop firms, you'd need to kind of build it up to get a payout. I take 4 trades a month, yeah, and like if that's what is it like a live account? I would probably think it is. But yeah, like I know some people, I don't know them, but I've seen them talking about it, how they take like one or two trades a month and they make a shit ton of money. Okay, wait, we're going up now. So from here, I would definitely need to see us break above this 5 minute. But the thing is, I don't think that's a great risk to reward. Uh, I guess something like that would be okay. But let me see, 2 minutes. No, we still don't have. Too much information will complicate your goals, everything in pattern recognition and iceberg. Yeah, like, and that's the thing that I feel like I used to kind of overcomplicate. I would be like, oh, there's a bearish gap here, but there's a bullish gap here, but this. But like, the thing about me is my trades last like 5 minutes, 15 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. So, do I really need to be as worried about a 4 hour fair value gap, like way above? Not really. Yes, I'm looking at all of that to kind of get my overall bias, but I'm now realizing that if I'm trading on like the 1 minute, I don't necessarily need to be like, oh my gosh, there's a bullish 4 hour gap, so I can't take shorts. You know what I mean? So there's kind of like that fine line, and it comes with time and it comes with looking at price. Who controls your trade? Why does it only last a minute? No, it doesn't last a minute. So like, no, like I'll enter in on like the 1 minute sometimes. But like, yeah, usually my average time for trades is like 5 minutes to 30 minutes. That's kind of how long it takes because I'm not aiming for very high. My longest trade was 2 hours. Yeah, well, like when I used to trade ICC, like it was like crazy. I think like one was like 4 hours. It was overnight. It was insane. I mean, it depends on market. There's been some times where I think I've been sitting here for like 45 minutes in a trade, when we were like choppy, but the average trade I would say takes me about 15 minutes. What's your screen time? I honestly don't know. But what time is it now? It's almost 11, so almost 10 a.m. Eastern. Honestly, that's not even a great risk to reward. Because that's not a great stop loss placement. And then that would not make sense. Honestly, it might be a no trade day. What strategy do you use now? So I trade ICT concepts. We're still rejecting off of that 5 minute. See, the thing for me is if I'm waiting for an inverse fair value gap, like it depends on how fast the candle closes, right? So right now, we're tapping in and we're rejecting. I would have liked to see a nice quick move, but look at this, like we're still rejecting. So we'll see what 10 a.m. Eastern brings, but honestly, it might be a no trade day today, which I'm fine with. ICT didn't cut it for you? Yeah, so the thing about it is like it just didn't fit my lifestyle and my personality, and I never really understood people who said like find a strategy that fits your personality because I didn't understand that. But the thing is, ICC, I first of all, sometimes the moves would happen at like 6 a.m. So I was waking up at like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. trying to just look at the markets to see if the move was happening. And then also then I'd be like waiting throughout the day and each day is different. Sometimes I was waiting like the whole day and just constantly checking my phone and honestly it just wasn't great. So ICT is like I'm literally trading from market open to I kind of give it like about an hour or an hour and a half after because I don't want to trade into lunch hour. But yeah, that's it. I feel like it's just like it's a routine, right? I can do it every single day. I know what times to block off. I'm not like, oh, well, what if a trade presents itself? Like I used to have meetings like when I would go into work, I would have meetings and I would be like, oh, but what if there's a setup that presents itself while I'm in the meeting? And it's like, that's not what I wanted. Dang, I would not be able to sleep taking an overnight trade using ICT concepts. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that would be bad. And the thing is, like, funded accounts don't even allow you to, I don't think. Like, they like close them down, I think, at the end of the day. And so it really wouldn't have even worked with ICC. I agree. I believe ICC is for swing trading. Yeah, I think so too. Today's a green day. I don't know why you think it's not a good trade day. Well, I mean, my setup didn't present itself, so I'm not trading. At least not yet, but I'll give it like a 30 more minutes, but then I don't really trade past 11:30, which would be like 10:30 Eastern. But yeah, like there's some people who might have caught, I mean, I don't really know what you would have caught unless it was like pre-market shorts or something. But yeah, like there's some people who probably caught something, but if I don't see my model, I'm not trading. Oh, there are swing trading platforms? Oh shit, that's actually good to know. I wish I knew that. Do you know which ones they are? I trade pre-market and post-market. Yeah. I like I think when I start streaming, I'm going to I'll probably try to get on what time would that be for me? 8:30 Eastern because I know with ICC there's like the 8:30 kind of model that you can get. but I would just be paper trading because like I don't really trade on my fund ins until market open because that's kind of like the strategy I've been practicing and using. So I'm also from Canada. Are you on the east side or west side? So I'm from New Brunswick, so East Coast. Bro, I cannot trade with ICT. Like that's I started with ICT, okay? And I thought that I couldn't either. I thought it was extremely difficult, which it is. There's a lot to learn, but when you just take it slow and learn one thing and then the next thing and make sure you're practicing, I promise you guys it's not that hard. Like once you like it's a lot of information, but you don't need to know it all. So for me, basically the main things is liquidity. You need to understand where the liquidity is lying. You need to understand market structure and kind of how it moves. Um, of course, like time, so like sessions and everything like that. And then I don't use breaker blocks. I don't really use order blocks. I use fair value gaps. So it's just kind of cutting down and really focusing on down getting those things down and not worrying about everything because there is so much concepts out there. ES is a mess. I'm long on NQ. Yeah, I'm not even. I guess I can look at ES really quickly. Let's see. Oh, we are like bearish on ES. Yeah. I don't know, guys. Price is not looking great for me at least. Because we're literally rejecting off this 5 minute now. I wanted to see us um inverse it, but there's not even. Is there even a gap there? Um, like look at this. Like look at this box. Like we're literally just consolidating in here, so I wouldn't be looking for anything yet. Like we we bounced off this 5 minute gap, then we bounced off this new week opening gap, and now we're bouncing off this 5 minute gap again. Oh my gosh. Right now, I think if I was going to take any trade today, I would want to see us fill this new week opening gap first, and then I would be looking for a long. But that might be like I don't know how long that's gonna take. So I'll just have to wait and see. Do you recommend sports betting? No, I do not recommend sports betting. I'm gonna check the news, or I probably shouldn't do that on live. I'll check the news later. How long have you been trading for? So I've been trading for about a year and 8 months. What fundeds do you recommend? So for me, I like my GOAT funded futures account. Um, you guys can choose whichever one, but I do have a 50% off code with them. It's just code SKYE, SKYE, which it gets you quite a bit. It gets you 50% off. So I think their lowest one with that code is like, I think it's like $50, $60, so it's not bad. But I just really like their rules on there, so and they have good options. Funded accounts are shit, live only. Do you want to elaborate on that? I feel like risking, I mean, if you're on a live account and you're risking $500 to make 1,000, you're risking $500. But if you paid $50 for a funded account and you risk 500 to make 1,000, you really only spent $50 of your own money. All right, we're kind of getting the retracement down here to the new week opening gap. We shall see what happens. How much do you earn a day? Well, it depends. I feel like I feel like my average is like 3 trades a week because like I said, I'm really picky with the trades I take. I do not trade unless it's like it's a good setup. So each week is different. There's not a set thing. I can't just say. But I had 2 really good weeks. I guess last week too, because I got to break even. I only took one good trade, but the last 3 weeks, I think it's been like 2,500 each week. Um, and most of those big ones are on my Equity Edge account because that's my 100K account and that's my funded account. So, how old are you? I'm 21. Bro, this chop is making me so pissed off. Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. Like, usually you would have made a move by now. So, we'll see how we react in the next few minutes if we fill that gap. But 20, 250, 2,500 every week, 10K a month. Yeah, but that was on my evals for the first 2 weeks. Last week was on my actual funded account, but we had those were like really good weeks too, though. I think everyone like banked profit. But last week, like, yes, I had one good trade on my funded account, but other than that, I didn't trade on my futures accounts and I got like one break even trade or something. So, are you scammer DM me? Yeah, if you guys are getting any like DMs from accounts like mine, it's a scam. I only have this account and I won't DM you guys about anything like that. So, keep up the great work. Thank you. Also, you guys on TikTok, I don't know if I really mentioned this, but I do weekly eval giveaways on my Instagram. I usually post them on my Instagram. I guess I should try to post them on TikTok too. Um, but I mainly post them on Instagram because I just get them to comment on those posts. But I do them weekly if you guys want to follow my Instagram, just Sky Trades. They're usually like 50K Lucid accounts, so. The swing trading platform is called 8cap. Okay. Yeah, that's actually good to know because I wish I knew that before. Because, yeah, like ICC was not working on like the normal funded accounts. So, when are you on the charts for those 3 trades? So, I just trade the same time every day. I'm trading New York Open. So, every day I'll get on the charts. I'm going to try to start live streaming from 8:30 a.m. Eastern to 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Um, but usually I just take my trades around New York Open. If you get 10K a month, how are you not profitable? No, that's not what I said. So the past 2 weeks, so there's 3 weeks, right? Last week I made 2,300 on my funded account. But the past 2 weeks from there, it was 2,500, but that was on an eval. So that wasn't like eval's not actual money. Have you traded using brokers? Yeah. So when I first started trading, I did start with a live account. And that was like, I think it was called Hero FX. But I would not recommend a live account to any new traders. I was not educated and I just kind of opened one thinking I didn't even know about funded accounts. So that wasn't great on my end. But once I am consistently profitable, I do want to use those profits from payouts to build up. I guess I could just use the money I have now, but like I kind of want to like in my brain use it like, okay, this is the money I'm investing. You know what I mean? Into a live account. Okay, we just tapped into that 1 hour new day opening gap. 1 hour new day opening gap. Okay, is that a 5 minute gap? Let's see. Time to lock in, guys. Just 1 second. That's like a little, is that even a gap? It's like a micro, it's like super small. That is like so small. Okay. Is that 50%? I feel like that's literally 50%. That's a good sign. Um, let me see if there's a 2 minute. No, there's no 2 minute. So all we have is that frigging super small 5 minute gap. Bro. Honestly, what would that's not even great because we're trading into a 5-minute. That is not even a great trade. There's no gaps between here. That is not great. I don't love the idea of trading back into this 5-minute that we were rejecting from. And there's an unfilled 15-minute here that we could reject from as well. Like there's no 1 minute, there's no 2 minute, there's no 3-minute gap. Like that's barely a gap. We'll just wait and see. We do have like a fair value gap here, I guess. Okay, wait. If we close above here, right? And then we have a fair value gap we could get tapped into. I might paper trade this one just to do that, but I wouldn't take this. Would not take this. Targeting. Something like that, I guess. Let me see the 5-minute. 3 minutes and 45 seconds left on that. All right, I'm probably just gonna paper trade this one. There's a 5-minute gap if we can close. It's like so small, guys. But if we can close above that, we'll see. I don't think there's a 2-minute. Let's see what happens. If we can get something like... Yeah, I think I would just paper trade this. Oops. What is happening? Sorry guys, I'm locked in. I'm getting ready to enter on. That's a gap too. Or I tapped in that. Did we get this? Do I have a 3? Oh, we have a 3-minute gap. Okay. If we close this 3-minute, that would be nice, and then potentially going back and tapping into this. But again, this is just paper trading. This is not, the price action is not great. I wouldn't take this on an actual account, but okay, let's wait and see. It's a bit of a tricky spot whether you're going short or long, isn't it? Yeah, so I would not enter on a funded account or anything. I'm just gonna paper trade um just to see how it plays out, but what do you think about gold and oil these days? Well, I don't really trade that. I used to trade gold. I really haven't looked at it much at all. Okay, we're about to inverse this. I'll just see how this reacts. It probably won't even get filled, but just for what just happened. Every time I try to enter on this, for some reason, it does not even fill me. It's like, what the heck? Like, enter me in. Order sent, and then it's not even showing up. Bro. Do I have to, like, mark it or something? It says that it's. Oh, wait. I think I turned that off. Ookie. Okay. Let's just see if this plays out just for a paper trade. But again, this is not something I would ever take because price action is absolutely horrible. And we probably won't even get filled, honestly. So I just like would not want to enter off of this close because actually, is there a 1 minute? No, there's no 1 minute gap. That's the only 1 minute gap down here. Let's see how it reacts though. I like just kind of forward testing, right? Just to see how price reacts. But I would have liked to see more of a push up. This is, yeah. Tell us you trade without telling us you trade. I don't know. Okay, I guess we're gonna get filled. All right, let's see how this one works out. Probably just not even gonna be great. See, even if I'm like not trading, I still like to forward test. I still like to be on the markets and seeing because okay, we just got entered in there. Because I used to like, what was I saying? I used to, I used to like not even look at the markets or anything. I would just, if it was news day, I would just sleep in. I wouldn't look at the markets. But even if you know you're not going to trade, it's still good to be on the markets because you're getting that experience. You're seeing how price moves in certain conditions and all of that. That is what comes with time. I guess my stop loss placement's not great because there is a 1 minute there. Let's do this. 1 to 3. 1 to 2.3. Again, not something I would ever enter on an account. This is just paper trading. From which person you learned from that and what book would you recommend? Okay, I'm glad you asked this because I'm gonna read this again. My freaking favorite trading book ever was Mark Douglas, Trading in the Zone. It is such an amazing book. Whether you're just starting trading, it's actually really good if you just start trading because it literally says how the newest traders actually have like the most potential because your brains are like, you're not looking at everything, you're not overcomplicated everything. I would so recommend to anyone to read that book. It is so good. I'm gonna start reading it again actually because it really helps with psychology. He also has another one too. I don't know what that one's called, but such a good trading book. Actually, I think it's linked in my I think I have it linked in my Amazon. I might. I know I don't have like Linktree on my TikTok anymore, but if you guys go to my Instagram, I think it's in my Amazon storefront. I could be wrong, but it's just called Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. You literally overcomplicate everything. How am I overcomplicating anything? I'm not even really talking about trading. So you get stopped out here because we just inversed that 1 minute. Again, would never ever take this on a funded account. Ever. But just like look at this top, guys. Like bounce off this 5 minute, bounce off this new week opening gap, bounce off this 5 minute, bounce off this new week opening gap. It's actually insane. Do you have 100 to trade? What do you mean? I just trade on my funded account. All right, so due to this price action, I do not think I will be trading today at all. How big is the funded account? It's a 100K equity edge account. Dang, I married my bias today. Should have been looking for shorts after we swept pre-market high. Yeah, it seems like we're just going down. Price does not want to go up. You don't know where you can learn ICT? So just look up ICT on YouTube. I watched his 2022 mentorship, completely free. It takes a long time to go through, but it's really worth it. What does funded account mean? So there's funded like evals, and once you pass the funded eval, then you get a funded account to where you can get payouts. So I have a 100K Equity Edge funded account. And I think I'm eligible for a payout this week. I think it's like $2,000 payout. So that'll be nice. But I'll definitely document that if I do get that. So do you watch the newest videos of ICT? Yeah, like if I see them and I find them like something that that I wanted to watch, like yeah, I go and watch them. I really found that continuing education is really important in trading because especially there's just so much to know and there's no way to know everything. But if you're just able to watch a few videos here and there, kind of reinforce your knowledge, I think it's a good thing to do. All right, we're tapping back into that new week opening gap. Maybe we're going down to fill it and then reverse, but so you never live traded yet? Yeah, so when I first started trading, I actually opened a live account before I even got a funded account. Um, it's kind of a funny story because I did make $600 in like the first 4 days of trading on it, but then I kind of lost it all, and then I did get it back, and I was like kind of break even, so I just closed it down then. I didn't even really know about funded accounts. I thought they were more expensive. That's why um, I just opened a live account. I put like $1,000 on my own money in, which is insane, like, because I basically, like, gained 50% in, like, 4 days. How to enter the giveaway. So there'll be a new giveaway this week. I do them weekly on my Instagram. So if you guys want to go follow, I do weekly, like, Lucid Eval giveaways. They're usually, like, 50K accounts. But you'll just have to be following my Instagram because it just depends on the day when I say how to enter, but... So how much money do you use for this account? So I'm just trading on funded accounts now, so it's like $50. But for my live account, when I opened it, I put $1,000 of my own money in. But after, like, I had to transfer it from Bitcoin into it, so it was like a 2% deduction. And then because I'm in Canada and it was US money, it was really like, I think it ended up to be like $620. But yeah, I mean, like when I first got the live account, the thing is like it was like CFD. So I was able to risk like $5 to make $10, you know? So I mean, you could, again, it just depends on the person, depends on kind of your psychology, as long as you're not going to go in and like enter a $300 trade, your first trade. But I do remember I was able to risk like $5 on like Nasdaq, but like it was like a CFD, right? So it wasn't like futures. Um so it really depends on the person. I think now though I do prefer the funded accounts just because I know that I'm putting in $50, but I can still aim to make like the $1,000 payouts, which is like, obviously that's a lot than compared to if you were having a live account only risking like 5 to make $10, you know? You don't get the risk thing. I trade live. What do you mean? You still, I mean, if you're trading live, if anything, you have to have more risk management because it's your actual money. So definitely be careful with that. Let's see, we're tapping off. Did we fill it? I think we did fill it. We do have a 5 minute. We do have a 5 minute. This might work. Again, this would just be a paper trade because once price action is kind of like this, I don't really try to jump in a trade like when we're chopping around like this. But this could potentially work if we inverse this 5 minute. Let's just wait and see how we react. If we can go really, if we can have a nice push up, but if we're still just chopping around, then I'm probably just gonna get off and call it a day. Do you still trade ICC? So no, I trade ICT concepts because ICC was just like swing trading and not really what I wanted for my lifestyle, my routine. How long does it take to get profitable if done right? It depends on the person. I know some people have gotten profitable in a few months, but for me, I'm about a year and 8 months. However, I was not locked in for like the longest time. I really didn't really lock in until I would say March of this year. And what I mean by that is I was not waking up every day to trade. I would go weeks on end where I wasn't studying trading, I wasn't back testing. So if someone was really locked in, and guys, I want to say this to you because I wish someone like kind of told me this. I always thought trading was going to work out for me, but I didn't really have a timeline. I was like, "Oh, it's going to work out," but I wasn't doing any efforts to make it work out. And I definitely think that pushed my progress because I see people who started trading when I started, but say like they were live trading every day and they were studying and stuff like that. They're now getting consistent payouts, right? But while they were doing that, what was I doing? I was going weeks without trading. I was going weeks without back testing. That really stumped my progress. So I just want to share that if you guys are in kind of the same scenario where you're like, oh, I'm gonna start taking it seriously soon, or like I know it's gonna work out, but I'm in no rush to make it work out. Just remember that kind of like each day that you don't do something to do with trading, that pushes your success another day, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So for me, because I wasn't taking it seriously for like the first year, that's pushing my success basically another year. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think it's just really important to kind of understand that. Because yeah, I definitely probably would have been consistently profitable by now. Honestly, people that come to me asking to put them on trading, I tell them the opposite. I tell them to not get into it because it generally is not for everyone. Yeah, exactly. Like, there's so many, even my friends, like, I've had people be like, oh, put me on trading. Like, you do not understand the mental struggle of learning to trade because it's basically it's yourself against yourself, right? First of all, and there's no one there to tell you what you did wrong. It's like you're trying to learn math, but you don't even know the answer, right? Like you're like, "Okay, I got this answer. I don't know if it's right, but or if it is right, I don't know what I did wrong." So, yeah, it's hard. And if you're not willing to put in the work, it's not going to work out for you. All right, we are not getting great reaction. We just rejected off of this. So, I think I might call it a day. Look at this 1 minute. If you guys are looking at the charts, I'm on M&Q. Look at this 1 minute. Just complete chop. All right. Do books help or it's a guessing game? So, I got the what was it called? Day Trading for Dummies book. It wasn't like, I mean, it kind of helps you to understand like what day trading really is, but I don't know. I really think the only book I read that really changed things for me with trading was Mark Douglas Trading in the Zone, because that one was all about psychology and it's specific to trading. So it's not just like, there's other books like Think and Grow Rich or anything where it's like talking about money. Like this was specifically for trading, and it was really good. I think it really reinforced like the psychology aspect of it, of everything. Okay, I might just take this on paper trading if we close here. Oops, I probably should have done market. Let's just see how this works out. Did that work? Shit. It's loading. Okay, let's just see if this paper trade works out. Again, not something I would ever take on a funded account because market is just chopped. You're so pretty, thank you. What age you started? I'm still kind of young. So I started, I guess when I was 19. Yeah. So it was like January of 2025. So yeah, I was 19. I turned 20 in April. So yeah, 19 years old is when I started. I really wish I started sooner though. Like if you're younger, that's amazing. Because for the longest time, I was trying to find something that I was passionate about. I always wanted to make money and I wanted to be successful. And I just never knew how, but I really wanted to put my time into something. So I really wish I found like trading sooner because I would have started. We start at the same time and age. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, like I know like I thought the other traders like were around my age too, but I think a lot of them are actually a little older. Freaking AirPod. I think a lot of them were actually older, so can you guys still hear me? I prefer a live account. I prefer a live account to funded. Yeah, I mean, it just depends on the person. Like I said, I was able to risk like $5 to make like $10 because I was trading CFD. So it really depends. Personally, for me now, though, if I was starting again, I would go with funded accounts just because you're able to still get those results. Um, but you don't have to like risk your own money, right? But it depends on the person, right? They look so much older than they say. Yeah, I know. Okay, we're up like $54. Again, just a paper account. Would not take this on an actual account, but I'm on for 30 more minutes. My rule is no trading past 8 PST for my system. Yeah, like that's kind of me too. Usually it's 11:30 a.m. for me now. Usually this is when I won't take a trade. But just for like paper trading purpose, I'll just enter in just to see if this works. But yeah, I don't really like trading past 10:30 Eastern. I bet Sky makes more from her course than her day trading. Where's my course? I don't have a course. Your nails are so pretty. Thank you. I did them myself. I like to do my own nails because I don't like to pay. I just like never understood. Same with lashes. I just like these are just my own, like I do them at my house. I just don't like the fact of paying like $120 every 3 weeks for nails when I'm like, these have been on for a week and a half now. Love how determined and actionable you are. Thank you. I just have always wanted something to like be proud of and to work. So Bozo didn't even do research to see if you have a course before saying that. Yeah, I know. I do not sell a course yet, guys, because I'm not profitable yet. So, but even when I am, like, I want to do a lot of free resources. Like, I'm not saying I would never sell a course. I probably would do some sort of like Discord thing. I know people do Discord, but like I want to do a lot of free resources like on my YouTube, which I'm trying to do that. Like I'm going to try to make some sort of trading education video on like my YouTube maybe like once a week, but tell me what you guys want to see, because I feel like most of them have been like psychology, because I don't really want to share like strategy based, because I know a lot of you trade different strategies and I don't want to confuse anyone. But I mean, I guess I could do like overall concepts like liquidity and market structure. Is that something you guys would want to see or something? Let me know what you guys want to see for the trading education, because I don't mind doing that, like making like these free videos on YouTube, because I know like certain things I wish that I had explained a little better to me. So trading education. Yeah, like I did a poll on my Instagram and most people said they wanted to see more trading education videos. So, but let me know what you guys want to see. What platforms do you use? So, Goat Funded Futures is kind of like for futures, the one I like the most. I'm doing the best on that one. And then Equity Edge is the one I'm funded on. That's a CFD firm, which is like I still trade the exact same way. It's just CFD. So it's like not, you don't have to risk as much, but I actually risk more on that one because it's a 100K account. But love how you talk without any ego influence. Thank you. Relevant fair value gaps. Is that what you mean? Like you want to see videos on? Yeah, that's actually a good one. Actually, I'm gonna write that down, because that is something that I really struggled with, was knowing which fair value gaps to use. So I'm actually really glad you said that. Cause yeah, let me see. Cause I know there's like so many friggin' different fair value gaps. And it's hard to know which ones price is actually going to react off of. Lucid seems to be the most popular. Yeah, Lucid is Lucid's good too. It's not my code, but you guys can use code TP on Lucid. I don't know how much that gets you off, so I don't want to say. I don't know for sure, but it definitely saves you some money. So if you guys need a code. How much is it gonna cost the training action? What do you mean? Nah, this PA is making me pissed off. I think I'm just gonna hop off the charts. Yeah, I'm just in a paper trade. I'll just see if this works out. But yeah, I'm definitely not taking any trades today. I feel like price can move in a trillion ways in shorter time frames, therefore can never know. Yeah, and I used to get caught up with that too, because you go down to the 1 minute, it's like this, right? But I find like for me, the 5 minute is really important, okay? The 5 minute and 15 minute. If there's like fair value gaps we're reacting off of, that is something I really take into account. However, again, if we're respecting, say, a bearish 5 minute gap, but we're disrespecting, wait, how do I say that? I don't know how to say it without showing it, but you guys know what I mean. Like if we're respecting like 5 minute gaps, but we're disrespecting 1 minute, then like I'm gonna go based off the 5 minute for the overall direction. You know what I mean? But again, it just depends on the trade. We're still up like $60 on the paper trade. You sound Canadian. Yes, I am. Do I actually sound Canadian? I don't even really know like what that would sound like. I guess I just don't hear it. Are you funded? Yeah, I'm funded with Equity Edge. I passed the 100K eval, and I think I'm eligible for a $2,000 payout this week. That'll be my first ever payout, so that's crazy. I think I just seen someone say the relevant, like how which fair value gaps price will react off. So I think I'll do a video on that because someone else said that too. That's a really good idea. So thank you to whoever said that. Yeah, I'm gonna hop off the charts. Have a good day, Sky. All right, have a good day. I'll probably be live again tomorrow. Around, I don't know, probably like 8:30 Eastern to like 9 Eastern. Show me a payout. I just said I didn't get a payout yet. I'm eligible for an Equity Edge payout this week. I think it's this week. And then I will obviously document that and show that. But I think it's a $2,000 payout. I could be wrong. But we'll see. Yes, if it like disrespects a fair value gap on the 5 minute, I will assume it will keep like that until around, yeah, exactly. So yes, like 5 minute, I really like looking at the 5 minute. Yes, I want to know about more trading stuff. Okay. Yeah, the relevant. Okay, someone else also said that. Okay, so that's the next video, guys. Gonna be on my YouTube. So go subscribe so you know when it posts. It's just Sky Trades. I don't know. I don't think there's a link on my I don't think there's a link on my TikTok, but it's just Sky Trades. But I will work on that this week. That's a really good idea. So thank you for whoever said that. That is, I will definitely do that. If you guys have any more you want to see too, let me know, because I wish I wrote down all the questions I had when I started, because I know I had so many things I wanted clarification on. So let me know if there's anything else you guys want to see. Don't teach people if you haven't got 5 figs in payouts yet. I mean, I think I can teach people about fair value gaps because I understand them. That's like saying a plumber teacher can't teach about plumbing because he's not an actual plumber, you know? Like if you understand it, you can teach it. All right, we're still in this trade. Actually know a little bit about plumbing and electricity, but anyways. Yeah, I mean, I know a lot about trading. I've been doing this for like 2 years. How much is the initial investment for trading stuff? So it really depends. Like I said, I kind of went the untraditional route and got a live account first, which I probably shouldn't have. So I put $1,000 of my own money in that. But if you're just going to get a funded account, guys, it's only like, I think it's like $50. Like Goat Funded, and you guys can use code SKYE, just SKYE, and it's 50% off. I don't know what the price is, but like with 50% off, I think it's like 50, $60. So it's not much. Like you don't need a lot. I know there's people who think like you need thousands of dollars to start, but you really don't. But the key is make sure you start on a demo account first, because you don't want to start risking money if you haven't even tried trading in the live market, you know? So a demo account is great. You can open a demo account. You can practice your trades in the live markets without risking real money. Once you are confident, then go and get your funded account. And a good rule of thumb too is get your funded account, like the funded eval, and give it a try. If you don't pass it, that's fine, right? There's not many people who pass on their first try. Go back to your demo for like another week or two and then go get another funded account. Or if you can't afford it to like every 2 weeks, if you can't afford like $50 every 2 weeks or so, then go back to your demo for 3 weeks. And maybe your plan is to get one funded account a month until you pass it, right? Like, but I know there's some people who go and like try to stack up 5 accounts and try to pass them. It's like, that is not a very smart decision if you haven't already passed one, right? So just make sure that you're just being strategic and that you're budgeting with what you're able to risk. Okay, some people can afford that and that's great, but for most of us, we can't afford to just blow $50 every week on a funded account, right? So just make sure that you're being strategic with that. They denied your payout? Did you like break rules or something? But I would message them. Like I'm not like the support for them. So I would just message them and kind of see why. But it might have been, you might have broke a rule or something. What's a demo account and does it matter what country you're in? I don't know if it matters what country you're in. But yeah, I actually think, well, oh no, because TradingView, I'm on that right now. TradingView has a demo account. So no, I think it's fine. Go to TradingView. And I'm just on a free account. I don't pay for the monthly. And when you go to press trade, it literally says TradingView and it's like paper trading. You guys can just do that. That's what I'm doing right now. So just go check that out. Funded accounts are a joke? How are they a joke? You pay $50 of your own money to be able to have access to like however much your account is, like $2,000 or whatever. You can get like $500, $1,000 payouts every so often. Like, how is that a joke? That's what I don't get the people who say that. If you want to go risk if you want to go risk $500, like, or even $50 on every trade in your live account, go ahead. But me personally, I would rather get a funded account for 50 bucks and then be able to get like $1,000 payouts. But that's just me. How many accounts did you blow until you passed one? For me, I think it was only like 2 or 3. Actually, no, because I just blew my Lucid one, so I think it was like 4. But that was over the span of like 6 months. Actually, like 8 months, because I did get one back in November. Um, but yeah, I was never someone who just rushed in to try to pass. I've always been like super kind of like, okay, if I blow it this time, I'm going to go back to my demo and then going to wait like a few weeks, try again. If I blow it again, going back to my demo. That's kind of how my mind works. Explain NQ. So this is just a paper trade right now. Basically, I was waiting for us to fill this new day opening gap. We finally, here, let me remove this so you guys can see a little better. So we finally filled this new day opening gap. We had a 5-minute close. I entered in after that. I'm putting my stop loss below here, and I'm just targeting these highs just because this is still a respected bearish 5-minute. I don't want to target higher than that, and this is already a 1 to 1.5 risk to reward. So that's this trade. This is just a paper trade because of how like chopped price was. I would not enter a trade on a funded account right now because price is not great. But yes, this is just a paper trade. We'll see if it works out. And after this, I'm done. I'm not going to be trading. So we'll see. Can't see the screen? Yeah, so I'm live on my YouTube. It's just Sky Trades. You'll be able to see my screen there. I'm going to try to go live every day, probably around 8:30 to 9 Eastern to like 10:30 Eastern, 11 Eastern, around there. But yeah, I don't know how to share the screen on TikTok, and I don't even know if I'm allowed. I've had some people say that I might get banned if I do, so I don't really want to do that. But you guys can check it out on my YouTube. Do you still trade ICC? No, so I don't trade ICC because that's more so swing trading, and I just find it wasn't working for the lifestyle I wanted. I find I was constantly looking at the markets, and it would take hours for setups to form, and it wasn't great. So the codes are for prop firms. Yeah, so the codes on the screen there are for the prop firms. If you want to check out. And Goat Funded, I don't have it up there, but it's also 50% off. Oh, you came from TikTok? Welcome. Yeah, if any of you guys from TikTok want to see my screen, it is on YouTube, but I'm not going to be taking I'm in a paper trade right now, but I'm not going to be taking a trade on my funded today, so if you guys just want to stay on TikTok, that's fine. But I will be live streaming. I'm going to try every day, but I don't know if I'm going to be on TikTok every day. So if you guys want to see, just go over to my YouTube to see if I'm like live streaming that day. So I'm day trading. I mean, I would consider it day trading because you also came from TikTok? Nice. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I would consider it day trading because it's not like I'm holding it for like a few seconds or like even just a few minutes. My average trade I would say is like 15 to 20-minute trade. I guess honestly a little longer because like today has been a little slow. I don't know how long I've been on this. What part of Canada are you from? I'm from New Brunswick. You came from TikTok too? Nice. Yeah, because you guys can see my screen, so that's, yeah. All right, we're up 180 bucks. Let's go. Let's hit TP and then I can close down this. But yeah, you guys can see now. So those of you who came from TikTok, you can see now, look at this chop, right? Like that's why I'm not going to enter on a funded account because look at this. Like I would have liked to see a clear direction. And yes, I do think we're kind of getting that move now, which is nice. But it's still not like I would not take this on a funded account. But let me know if there's anything else you guys want to see, like as for education videos on YouTube. We already have the relevant fair value gaps. I'm going to do one. What's your channel on YouTube? It's just Skye Trades. It should pop up, just like SKYE Trades. But yeah, I already have down relevant fair value gaps. I will definitely do a video on that because that is a very, very good one. But if there's anything else you guys want to see, let me know. What strategy do you trade? I trade ICT. Question, if you were to purchase a funded account but not use it yet, will they close my account before taking any trades? Yes. Yeah, that's a really good question. I didn't even know, but yes, because I got a warning on like my GOAT funded one and then also my alpha one. I don't know. I think it's 5 days. So I wouldn't get it yet if you weren't ready. But yeah. Is that support and resistance? No. So this is a 5-minute fair value gap, and then this was a new week opening gap. So my initial analysis was for us to come and fill this new week opening gap, which as you can see, we did get. And then I waited for this 5-minute fair value gap to inverse, which means like basically reject it, right? We closed above. I entered in, I put my stop below here, and what I'm targeting here is these highs, which still lines up with this 5-minute fair value gap because it's a bearish 5-minute fair value gap. So I don't really want to hold it higher. You know what I mean? Because that could be a spot where we start to reject. What % of your profit do you actually keep from your funded account? I don't know for sure. On equity or GOAT funded, I think GOAT funded is 90%. It could be 80, I'm not sure. And then equity, I think, is around the same as well, either 90 or 80%. But it's a really good, like, that's what I don't get. Anyone who says, like, they don't believe in funded accounts or whatever, I don't really get that because it's like, you're literally paying what? $50 to $100 of your own money to be able to get payouts. Like, I'm requesting a $2,000 payout from Equity Edge this week, right? So, and I think the account was only like 150. I could be wrong. Is equity for future? So Equity Edge is CFD, but what I really like, I trade the exact same way. The market I find moves basically the same way. I still trade NASDAQ, but you can do less contracts. So right now, like I'm in like how do I explain this? One tick for like MNQ is $2, right? But with the CFD, I don't know how it works with that, but it's a lot less. So like, for example, what did I put in? I put in like 25, a position of 25, because that was only equal to basically, I'm probably explaining this completely wrong, but you can risk less is what I'm trying to say. And it's not futures. It's just like CFD. Do you have a Discord? Yes. So if you go to my Instagram, which is Skye Trades, I have my link tree there, and you can go to my Discord. I don't know why I got like banned from it on TikTok, so I don't have my link tree anymore. But yeah, if you go to my Instagram, it's there. Do you trade ICC and supply and demand? So I used to trade ICC, but now I just trade ICT concepts. CFD is illegal in the US? What do you mean? I don't think it is. Well, I'm in Canada, so. I think it depends on the broker you use, though. I don't think it's illegal. I missed, how do you know when to take your trades? So every day is different, but I'm just looking for my setup, right? So for today, my analysis was to fill the new week opening gap. We tapped into it before, but like I said, I didn't enter those trades because I wanted to see it get filled. And so we just filled it. I entered in after a 5-minute inverse fair value gap just on a paper account because price is not great today, so I wouldn't actually take this. And we're just aiming for some highs. I'm gonna see how it works. Yeah, it's illegal to use an unregulated broker, but this is not a broker, it's a prop firm, but it depends. Like I know like when I use my live account, I know it was an unregulated broker, but all that meant was that if they took my money, I couldn't get it back like in my live account, but this is a prop firm. and like I don't know if maybe there might be some that are unregulated. I don't know about this one, but I personally use Equity Edge. I'm in Canada, so and I trade on Match Trader as the where I enter in. What platform do you trade? So for futures, I like my Goat funded account. I also have two Alpha futures, and then I blew my Lucid like a few days ago, so I'll get a new one of that soon. But no, so Equity Edge is it's in the UK, but I'm in Canada and I trade on it. You wouldn't adjust your stop. I would. I'm just in paper right now, so I'm just gonna leave it. Um, there's not. I would have went break even when we hit these highs, but just because it's paper, I don't really care. I'm just gonna leave it. But yes, I would. I would have. All right, hoping this trade can just push up a little to TP. Okay, we're up like 170. Why Equity Edge? I don't know. I just seen them a lot. I seen other creators using them and stuff, so I did look them up and I like them. Same with Goat Funded. I just like the rules on there. Bro, my hair is not damaged. Like what? My hair is really like so shiny. I didn't straighten it today though. I literally this is how I woke up. But no. Hi. But you got twos. But tell me, what else you guys want to see for like education videos on YouTube? Because I really need ideas. Like I said, we already have the relevant fair value gaps and like which fair value gaps to react off of. That's a really good one. But if you guys have anything else, let me know. Because I want to kind of make a list and make some videos for you guys. Okay, we're up 200 bucks. Let's go. Let's keep pushing up. I do think we're gonna hit TP. Um, because I don't know, I just think that we're gonna go hit TP. I think we'll probably aim for the highs too, but I'm just gonna get out there. Crypto, so I do invest in crypto just like in my own account on my Wealthsimple. Um, but yeah, I don't really share that. Actually, I do have, let me know. I didn't want to put this because I don't want to like try to make people go with it. I do have like a referral thing. Everyone has it with Wealthsimple. You can get like, I don't know if it gives you guys 20, I think it gives you guys like a free 20 bucks. I didn't want to put that in my link tree, but if you guys want me to put it there, just let me know. But I don't want to put it there if no one wants, if no one, you do? Okay, I guess I can turn that on because I did have that. All it is like if you sign up, you get 20 bucks, or I think it's 25 to like invest, but I didn't want to put that in. I didn't know if anyone else really used Wealthsimple, but you guys have said it quite a lot, so I guess I can add that. I didn't know if it was just like, I didn't know if it was just like one that I didn't know if it was like that popular, but can you do ASMR? No, I'm not gonna do ASMR. It wouldn't cost you? No, I don't know what I think everyone oh, we're almost at TP. I think everyone has it. If you go and like to your referrals, it's like if you refer, you get like you get $25 and then the person you refer to gets 25 or something. But I didn't want to add that because, I mean, I don't want to pressure you guys to go with that. So, but if you guys are all saying it, then I can just add it if you guys want to get that, I guess. But I don't care if you use it or not. I really don't care, but actually, I think you can trade futures on Wealthsimple. I'm pretty sure you can because I looked at it. Yeah, I think you can. It's like a new thing. I don't want to talk about it though because I don't know. But if you guys look it up, I think you can. I have no clue how it works. I think it would be like considered a live account though because it's your own money. I should look into that, I guess. All right, we're almost at TP. We're at 315. TP is at 373. That's a nice like candle. That was a good candle. All right, once we hit TP, I'm just going to end the live, but I'll be live probably tomorrow again, guys, so stay tuned. Yo, if you're about to be my teacher and help me get richer, well, I wouldn't like, I'm not going to like teach like one-on-one or anything yet. I wouldn't do that until I'm profitable, but I do want to do like education videos on YouTube and stuff because I think that's really important. Especially if there's specific questions that you guys have. If I'm able to answer them, I will. And obviously make it free on YouTube. So yeah, you're starting from scratch. You don't know nothing. Do you have a strategy picked out yet or not? I love your hair. Thank you. How many accounts do you trade on? So my equity one's a funded account. And then I have my GOAT funded eval and then 2 alpha future evals. And I will probably get another Lucid this week. Or maybe I'll just focus on the ones I have for now. Because I'm almost past like my GOAT funded and my alpha. You got a little bit of money to learn. So the biggest thing is I would say open up a demo account. So TradingView actually has like it's called paper trading and it's basically like right now that's what I'm in is you can live trade but it's like no money, right? So it's free. So if you have no money and you're just getting started, I would definitely recommend doing that. And then once you build up confidence and you're confident in it, then you can go and try for a funded account and pay the $50, get a funded account and just see how it goes. If you don't pass, go back to the demo again for a little bit and just make sure you're not blowing your money on it though. If you don't have much money to spend, don't go and try to stack 5 funded accounts, Just take it slow and do whatever you can afford to do and everything like that. All right. We like tap TP almost. All right. We'll probably definitely hit TP here. Guys, 5.4K likes? That is so nice. I didn't even realize. Is your tummy pierced? No, it's not. I always wanted a belly button ring, but then because I go to the gym like almost every day, the healing process, okay, we just hit TP. The healing process would not be very good because you can't like wear high-waisted, I don't know, in like gym, I don't know, it's like a whole thing and it's like, I think it takes like a whole year to heal, so I'm just not gonna do it. I don't really care. All right, we just hit TP. Good. What was that? $380. But again, that one was just paper because today price action was not great. But see, that's about waiting for your setups. There was so many times we tapped into that new week opening gap 2 other times, but it wasn't great because why? Because first of all, we didn't even have like a 5-minute to inverse or anything. It was all the way up here. And then when we got to it, we wicked right off it. We finally filled the new week opening gap, and then we had a 5-minute inverse, and boom. What's a TPM new? So TP is take profit. So that's where you have like where you're going to exit the trade for your profits. Look at us just push up. This always freaking happens, guys. Whenever I look at this. Literally take profit here and then boom, just pushing up to buy side. I could have put take profit here too and here, and watch, we're probably going to hit those highs. All right. I'm going to call it a day. Aren't you late for work? No, I don't got a job. I don't got no job. I got like university schoolwork to do though. My fall semester just started, which sucks, but I think I might drop some classes, guys. I don't think I can do a full course load. I have like 5 classes. I think I'm going to do 3, and then I only need 2 in spring to graduate. So if I add those 2, it'll be like 4 in spring to graduate. So I think I'm going to do that. It's my birthday. Happy birthday. All right, guys. So I will be probably, I don't want to say for sure, but I'm like 95% sure I will be live tomorrow as well. So I'll probably do the same thing where I'm live on YouTube if you guys want to see my screen, but then also live on TikTok if you guys just want to ask questions. But yeah, today was chopped, but we still got TP hit on the paper trading, which is nice. Definitely builds confidence doing that. So your school starts in 3 weeks. Yeah. I hate when school starts again. Like when school was out for like the few weeks in summer, like it's so nice to just focus on trading, and then as soon as school starts, it's like, oh, I got shit to do. But what time again? So probably like 9 a.m. Eastern. I'll start 9 a.m. Eastern till like, what would it be? 10:30 a.m. Eastern or like 11 a.m. Eastern. I'm saying that because I'm in Atlantic time. But yeah, probably around 9 a.m. Eastern if you guys want to tune in again. All right, I'll end it here. Thank you guys for watching. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. And feel free to DM me, guys, if you have any questions or like any topics that you want me to go over. Feel free to DM me. I try to get back to everyone. But yeah. All right, see you guys. Do you go to the beach to keep your mind off trading? I have not been to the beach this year. Well, I did go when I was in Miami, but like my local beach, I have not been. Actually, I don't even think I was last year. I don't really like the beach because I have a pool, right? So I'd rather just go to the pool, but you're in PEI? Nice. Okay, wait, DM me. I know someone else who trades in PEI. I really like, oops. I wasn't even ended on TikTok. I started going to like, there's like a local traders meetup where I'm at. It's only like 3 of us, but we are looking for like other kind of local people. And we only meet up like once a month, maybe once every 2 weeks. But I mean, if that's something that you're open to like driving to, let me know. What's PEI? Prince Edward Island. But yeah, if that's something that you're open to, because what? It's only like it's only like an hour, 45-minute drive, right? But DM me. I'm going to end the stream here, but yeah. All right, thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully tomorrow we can actually trade on the funded account and my evals. But overall, I'm glad that I took this. It kind of built my confidence up and like waiting for my setups. But